So good morning everyone, my name is Lalit Soni and you are watching Drishti IAS. In this live session, we will be discussing the Indian Express newspaper. As usual, we will go through the 3 to 4 important articles. Our focus now would be, as per your prelims requirements, because obviously more analytical portion would not be needed now, but yet we will be going for some articles which as and when it is needed, we will go for the discussions which is in analytical in nature. Otherwise, we will be focusing on something that is, that has high chances to be asked in the prelims, and then we will be covering those parts which needs analysis, that will also be there. Okay, so let's start our discussion over here. PYQ of the day, we will start with the session and then we will be going to the next one, that is your geography through maps. Herein we will be talking about a particular question and then there will be a map which will be discussed through the geography through map over here. Okay, because this will be having this similar context. Then moving further, we will be going to these important articles. India's first river dolphin survey. Now here, first river dolphin survey, and that is why it becomes even more important for your prelims. What they can ask over here? They can ask questions related to the survey itself, or they can ask questions related to the dolphins. They can ask you about different types. So we will be talking about all these things in today's session. Okay, then we will be moving to the next one, that is India's first fabrication plant. Here when we talk about the you can say this fabrication plant, this is related to the chips or the semiconductors when we talk about. Okay, so recently that India has our own semiconductor mission, and then what we are trying is that we are trying to build the collaborations with the countries like USA or the Taiwan, etc. So now we will be seeing that in Dholera. Okay, that is there in Gujarat. So there they are planning another this particular fabrication plant. So they will be inviting other investors from outside. So we will be seeing that who is planning this particular plant in India, who are the investors and the collaborators over here. That can be important for us. Okay, now this area, that is Dholera is also important. You will be seeing why. Okay, then coming to the next one, quantum tech, a national security risk. Now quantum technology, okay, we have a quantum computing mission as well. Okay, considering that we are saying that it is a national security threat. If it is a national security threat, then why we are going for this? Okay, so we will be seeing that whether it is a national security threat or not. If it is, then why we are working on it. Okay, so we will be talking about all these important articles. Other than that, there will be some passing references which will be there with respect to the rupee dollar swap, with respect to the open market operations, etc. So we will be looking into all those things. Then coming to the next one, for your own read, there will be one article from today's newspaper, and then we will be going to the practice question. First we will be seeing the explanation, and then we will give you a question for today's you can say homework. Okay, so let's start with the discussion. PYQ of the day. Consider the following countries: Australia, Namibia, Brazil and Chile. Now they are saying that through which of the above countries does the Tropic of Capricorn pass? They are talking about the Tropic of Capricorn. Now you know that this is our earth, this is equator. Then when we talk about 23.5, that is your Tropic of Cancer. Okay, then we have 23.5 south. This is 23.5 degree north, this is 23.5 degree south. This is your Tropic of Capricorn. Okay, then we have Antarctic circle, Arctic circle, that is there on 66. Okay, so that is there. Now they are saying that these lines, when we talk about 0 degree, that is equator, when we talk about the 23.5, that is Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, these three lines are important. They can ask you in any exam that which countries are lying on these particular lines, or through which countries this line is passing. Now let's talk about the Capricorn today. We will be talking about the Cancer and equator tomorrow. Okay, so first let's see Tropic of Capricorn over here. See, here you can see this is the equator which we have just seen, and this is your Tropic of Cancer. Tropic of Cancer is a, you can say, line which passes through India as well. Okay, now you have an homework today that you have to see that how many states, or you can say through how many state Tropic of Cancer passes in India. Okay, so that you have to see. Now coming to the equator, you will be seeing that it is passing through the South American continent and the African continent, not through India. Now if we talk about Africa, Africa is the continent in which three lines, equator, both the tropics, they passes through Africa. Okay, so you should remember this. And now coming to the today's topic of interest, that is your Tropic of Capricorn. Tropic of Capricorn, if we talk about, that is 23.5 degrees south. It is okay. Here you can see there are countries like Chile. This is Chile. Then Argentina, some part of Argentina. Here we have Paraguay. Paraguay, you should remember that it is a landlocked country, okay. So that is there. And then Brazil. So these are the 4 countries of the South American continent through which the Tropic of Capricorn passes. Coming to the African continent over here. So here you can see Namibia, Botswana, South Africa, Madagascar and Mozambique. These are the countries through which you can say in the African continent Tropic of Capricorn is passing. Then you can see here Australia is another, you can say, island country through which you can say Australia is a continent as well. So through which Tropic of Capricorn is passing. So here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 countries are there through which Tropic of Capricorn is passing. Other than that, there are water bodies also, that is basically, or when we talk about this is your Pacific, this is Atlantic, and then this is your Indian Ocean, okay. So these are the bodies of water through which Tropic of Capricorn is passing, okay. So I hope that is clear. Now coming to the question over here, Australia yes, Brazil yes, Chile yes, Namibia yes, all of the above. Option D would be your right answer, A, B, C and D, okay. Same thing has been written over here, that Australia, South American countries and the Australia, South American and the African countries, okay. So Australia we have seen, when we talk about the South America, Argentina, Brazil, Chile and Paraguay, we have seen Botswana, Madagascar, Mozambique and Namibia in the African continent, okay. So that is about your, you can say, countries. Now let's move further to the next part, that is our discussion, okay. Now before that, I would like to tell you that Drishti IAS is offering you a gift on the occasion of Holi, that is we are offering 60% lesser prices on all online courses and 40% lesser prices on the books and the test series. So you can go to the Drishti Learning app, download the app, you can go through the features and then you will be able to avail the offer over there. You can avail your offer from the app, or you can call us on 87501 87501 for any kind of query related to the course, related to the offer, you can get it over there, okay. Then this offer is valid from 5th of March to 12th of March. So hurry and you can enroll yourself. One specific thing I would like to tell you over here is that most of the time concern when we talk about the UPSC preparation, concern is that the course cannot be affordable for few people. Other than that, those who are learning from distance, for them, or the people who might not have access to internet all the time. So considering all these things, you will have benefits over here when we talk about the ISGS foundation course, or as a matter of fact, there are other courses as well, wherein what you will be having a feature is that you will be able to get all the classes in one go. All the classes in one go. What happens is that as soon as you buy the course, you will get all the classes, okay. Now there is another feature, that is downloadable lecture. Downloadable lecture. What will happen over here is that you will connect to the internet once, you can download the lectures, and then when you don't have the internet, still you can study over there, okay. You can access the app anytime, anywhere, without any stress, that is there. You will be knowing the faculty, because obviously the, you can say, the best faculties are available on the still platform, so that is there. So ISGS foundation course will be available to you, and over here there is one more facility, that is you can watch the classes unlimited period of time, okay. For the validity of the course, you can watch it again and again for a revision, that can be beneficial. So ISGS foundation course, you can get that particular course or you can say 60% less price. So go ahead and avail the offer 5th of March to 12th of March. For any detail, you can call us on 87501 87501. Now let's move further and start with the first article, that is basically related to the dolphin survey, okay. So this is the first ever comprehensive survey of India's river dolphin, okay. Now when we talk about the river dolphin, you must have heard about this particular fact that river dolphins are found in Ganges river, Brahmaputra river, okay. There is Byas river. So there are various kind of dolphins which are there in India. Even in the Indus river also you can find the dolphins, that is there. When we talk about the Byas, that is the tributary of Indus only, okay. So that is there. So when we talk about the, you can say, various areas where you can see these particular dolphins, even in Rajasthan, UP, okay, you can get all these dolphins. So here we will try to understand that where maximum density is there, where the maximum population is there, which are the area where you can find the dolphin. Other than that, there are various aspects, that is we will be covering that Ganga, Brahmaputra, and then when we talk about the Byas, these are the prominent areas where you will be finding the dolphins, okay. We will be seeing some of the important features. We will also see that what is the IUCN status, why it is important for us from UPSC's perspective. So let's see. Let's start with the census. We will be talking about the data first, and then we'll be moving to the next part, okay. So India's first comprehensive river dolphin survey, which has been conducted by the Wildlife Institution of India. That is basically when we talk about the survey that has been conducted from 2021 to 2023. Okay. Now, objective is to estimate the population of the riverine dolphins in India. Findings when we see, so total population is 6,327. Okay, 6,327 in Ganga Brahmaputra river system. Okay, when we talk about the Ganga river system or the Ganga river water dolphin that is there, that is also called as the Drishti Gangetica. Okay, so that is there. If you remember the name, it will be better. Otherwise, not necessary, because generally you have to be when we talk about, you should have a general knowledge and not specifics. Okay, so that is there. Ganges river dolphin, and second we have Indus river dolphin. Both are endangered. Okay, so that is about it. Now coming to the next part, river survey coverage in India, where we have gone for the river survey. So here you can see. When we talk about the Ganga and its tributaries, so here 7,109 kilometers the stretch has been surveyed over here, that is there. Then coming to the next one, that is Brahmaputra tributaries, so they have seen into the Brahmaputra as well, and then Beas river. Okay, so 101 kilometer of stretch of Beas river has also been covered. Now when we talk about the, you can say, Ganga, you will be seeing that the length of Ganga river might not be as much as what it is shown over here. So here they are also including the tributaries as well. Okay, so that is cumulative of that. So when we talk about the Ganga area and the Ganga river basin area, so UP, Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal, MP and Rajasthan, these are the area where they have surveyed. Then coming to the Brahmaputra tributaries and all, so they have gone for the northeastern region over here. Okay, and then Beas, that is the area of Punjab, okay, through which they have gone for the survey. Now these are the area where they have gone for the survey. Now what are the results over here? So dolphin population when we talk about, so in the Ganga main channel, if we talk about, that is 3,275. Then when we talk about the tributaries, that is 2,440. Then you can see Brahmaputra main channel, so in that there are 584, and then Brahmaputra tributaries, that is 51. Okay, so this is the, you can say, maximum number of dolphins are found in the Ganga main channel. Okay, or otherwise if you see the maximum number of density sector, that is also there in the Ganga and its tributaries. Okay, now coming to the next one, population and the density zones. So highest or the largest population, if you have to see, that is there in UP. 2,397, nearly 2,400 is the population of the dolphins in UP, then Bihar, then West Bengal, then Assam, Jharkhand and Rajasthan and MP. Rajasthan and MP combined, they have nearly 95 dolphins over there. In Rajasthan and MP, that is basically your Chambal area. Okay. Then moving further, high density zones, if you talk about right now here, this is the population data. Now they are talking about the density data over here. Okay, so Bihar, there is Chausa Manihari stretch. Okay, so in Bihar there is Chausa Manihari stretch, where you will be finding the largest density of the dolphins. And when we talk about the second one, that is there in Jharkhand, that is Manihari to Rajmahal stretch. Okay, so this is basically the same stretch, Chausa, then Manihari, and then Manihari to Rajmahal. Okay, so that is what we are trying to say, that this is the area where you will be having the highest density. Then coming to the low density zones, so that is there in UP, Narora, Kanpur stretch and Yamuna river. Okay, Narora, Kanpur stretch in Yamuna river. So this is about the density zones. Now let's move further. Here we will be talking about the dolphins and the Gangetic dolphin, to be specific. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, so here when we talk about the Project Dolphin, to preserve the dolphins, we have a Project Dolphin. You can go through this particular project because they might ask you about the conservation related projects and all. So here 10-year project it is, and it is to basically conserve the river and the sea dolphins. Okay, so river dolphins and the sea dolphins. Aim is to strengthen the biodiversity, create employment opportunity and attract tourism in this particular area, that is dolphin tourism. They that is there. And then when we talk about the threats, so that is basically killing, habitat fragmentation by the dams and the barrage, and the indiscriminate fishing has reduced the Gangetic dolphins over here. Then here you can see Ganga river dolphin, a species of freshwater dolphin. Then coming to the next one, if you talk about, so here in Ganga and Brahmaputra rivers and their tributaries in India and Bangladesh and Nepal. So basically when we talk about the Ganges river dolphin, that is found in the Ganga and the Brahmaputra. Okay, in India, these dolphins are sighted in the deep rivers in Assam, Bihar, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, and the West Bengal, which we have already seen. Ganges River dolphin, officially discovered in 1801, can live only in the freshwater. So basically, they are freshwater dolphins. Now, if we talk about the key facts over here, we have already seen that it is living in the freshwater only, prefer deep waters, that is also there. These are almost, okay, they are almost blind, they cannot see. So that is why what they do is that for their navigation etc., they use the ultrasonic sound. So while they make this sound, that sounds like susu, okay, and that is why they are also known as the susu dolphin, okay. So that is one thing. Other than that, you will be seeing that they can't breathe in water. So after every 30 to 120 seconds, they will be coming outside, okay. So that is there. Coming to the next one, it is also called as susu. I already told you. Habitat and distribution, we have already talked about. Protection status, if we talk about, so that is endangered, okay, we have already seen earlier as well. So Indus and the Gangetic river dolphins are basically endangered. When we talk about the sites, that is in the appendix 1, that is about the Gangetic river dolphin, and it is there in the schedule 1. Threats I have told you, and conservation effort if we talk about, so Project Dolphin is there, that was started in 2021 on the lines of the Project Tiger. Project Tiger was started in 1973. Okay, so that is there. Coming to the next one, National Dolphin Research Center 2021, India's and Asia's first in the Patna University, Bihar. Dedicated dolphin sanctuaries if we talk about, so we have Vikramshila, that is there in Bhagalpur, Bihar, and then Hastinapur sanctuary, that is proposed yet and not yet, you can say, materialized. Okay, so hold on. So this is about Gangetic river dolphin. Now we can come to the next one. Now here we are talking about the actively bringing the fab construction suppliers from Taiwan to Dholera. Now why Taiwan? Taiwan is considered as the chip capital. Okay, semiconductors when we talk about, and the chips when we talk about, Taiwan is the place where they are basically crucial in the supply chain. After Taiwan, we talk about, if China is also a big player in that, US is also trying to be a big player. So when we talk about the Taiwan, we are basically collaborating with Taiwan on this particular project over here, so that we can get an advantage over here. Okay, so let's see what is happening over here. There is this company, okay, Power Chips Semiconductor, that is there in Taiwan. They are basically collaborating with the Tatas over here, and they will be setting up a fab construction or the fab manufacturing unit in the Dholera. Okay, now when we talk about the fabrication units, that is basically chip manufacturing units. Okay, now let's see. Bring semiconductors fab suppliers to Dholera. Now what is important for us is that this particular location, on this location we are having the chip manufacturing factory, that is the first one. Power Chip Semiconductor Manufacturing Corporation, that is PSMC, in collaboration with the Tata Electronics, is setting up India's first commercial fabrication plants in Dholera, Gujarat. Okay, India's first commercial fabrication plants in Dholera, Gujarat. Now this can be important for your PCS exams as well. Then it is the part of the semiconductor mission. I told you that India has its own semiconductor mission as well. Now when we talk about the international partners over here, so collaborating with the Taiwanese suppliers for the fab construction, technology transfer and the R&D, then involves US based Micron Technology, Japan's Renaissance, and then CG Power, KNS Semicon and others. These are some of the countries. So here you can say there is a contribution from USA, there is a contribution from Japan. These are also investing partners over here. Okay. Now what is the impact, why it is important for us, why we are thinking about it? So see, boost to the India's semiconductor ecosystem. India is trying to build a semiconductor ecosystem, because when we talk about the semiconductors, they are quite important for your electronics industry, okay, for the renewable energy, for the clean energy, for the, you can say, EV vehicle, electrical vehicles sector. For all these things, these chips are very much important. Okay, now considering that India wants to boost the production, because we do not want to rely on the imports. we do not want to rely on the imports for such crucial supplies, okay, and that is why we are creating our own infrastructure or the ecosystem over here with end-to-end production of display semiconductor solutions in India. That strengthens India's role in the global chip manufacturing, packaging and the electronics manufacturing services. So this is what we are trying, that we are already good with the services, we are trying to go for the hardware as well, okay. So that is there. Policy assurance, if we talk about, the Indian government is assuring a favorable investment environment for the Taiwanese businessmen, and other than that also this is having one more angle, that Taiwan and China does not have very good ties, okay. Obviously I would say that they do not have good ties. So considering that, if Taiwan wants to invest in India, okay, so that can be a good thing, okay. Now coming to the next one, global supply chain resilience, because when we talk about China, for the semiconductor sector, you cannot rely on China very much, okay. So, and China is a good supplier of such things. So that is why partnership with Taiwan will reduce the dependence on the traditional semiconductors hubs, enhancing the supply chain. That is idea behind this. Now when we talk about USA would not want that China go for China be ahead in such technology, etc. So that is why it becomes important for USA as well to collab with India. So that is there. Now coming to the next part, that can also be related over here, because when we talk about the quantum computing, etc., that is also somewhere related to the physics only. So that is there. So here in Niti Aayog flags national security risk with the quantum technology. That is what has been said by the Niti Aayog. Now the problem is that India has its own mission, okay. So is there a threat or not, that is another issue. But if there is a concern which has been raised, so it is important, it is mandatory that we resolve these concerns. Now why these concerns are there? So let's see over here. Key concerns are there that quantum technology poses a national security risk due to the potential to crack the encryptions. Now when we talk about the encryption, when we talk about any kind of sensitive data which is there, or any kind of communication or the secret communications which are there, they are end-to-end encrypted. But if there is quantum technology, that encryptions can be broken, okay, and considering that it is a security threat, that is one thing. Destabilizes the financial market and enhances the military capabilities, okay. Now that is there, basically it is when we talk about its potential, so that is to crack the inscriptions, destabilize the financial market and enhance the military capabilities. Now enhancing military capabilities, how that is that a risk? Because if it is enhancing the military capability and a country like China is going ahead in that, that can be a concern for India. So that is one issue over here. Countries leading in the quantum research are basically China and US, can gain strategic advantages. So basically what they are saying is that if these countries are going ahead, they can get the strategic advance. So that is the national security threat which has been raised by the Niti Aayog, okay. Now high protection sectors, quantum computing can quantum technology or the quantum computing can crack modern inscriptions, destabilizing the financial markets and the transforming the military capabilities. Hence India needs to assess vulnerabilities, adopt post computing, or you can say post quantum cryptography, and force bilateral partnership for the technology assess the release set. So basically what they are saying is that we should come up with a regulation, or we should come up with the framework that this does not impact us, okay. Then public sector investment in the quantum development has increased rapidly with the $40 billion pledged by more than 30 governments. China leads it by the $15 billion commitment, and the US has invested $5 billion and the India plans to invest 750 billion. Okay, we are planning 750 billion. USA has 5 billion. China has 15 billion. China is basically right now, you can say, that is ahead of USA as well as India, okay. So that is their implications for India. So there is a risk of geopolitical and the cyber threats. That is one thing, because geopolitical threat, because our you can say neighboring country, okay, that is ahead of us, one thing, because of which military problems and the security related problems can be there. Second thing is cyber threat. If the inscriptions can be broken, okay, so that can be a cannot be a good thing for the you can say communication systems and the security, okay. Then coming to the next one, need for the domestic investment and the public private collaborations to secure India's digital infrastructure. So that is there. Okay, coming to the next one, focus on the defense, communication and the inscription resilience, which I have already told you. The government is increasing funding to boost the quantum capabilities, but the experts stress that the urgency of the closing the gap with the global leader. Government is going for boosting the, you can say, investments in the quantum sector, but the thing is we need to close the gap. What is the gap? Gap is basically, that is your 5 billion US dollars by USA that has been invested. China has invested 15 billion US dollars now, and India is 750 million US dollars. So that is the gap which we have to build. Okay, if we talk about China, I have already told you 15 billion, US 5 billion, India plans to go for the 750 millions. Okay, so that is about it. That is about the quantum computing and the related issues. Now, passing references, if we talk about, there are 2-3 things which you should know from today's newspaper. So let's see. US cut off intelligence sharing with the Ukraine, says CIA chief. So that is another, you can say, development which has happened. Ukraine is still not a member of NATO, but still those who are member of NATO, they are also, you know, facing some kind of issues with USA. When we talk about the trade tariff, etc. So that is also there. Now, Ukraine had this in mind that they wanted to join NATO. Okay, now, but the thing is, even the NATO members are right now not happy with the USA, because this is the first time this trade related issue has started within NATO itself. Okay, and then when we talk about the USA's stance on Ukraine, that was changed when we talk about the recent visit of Mr. Zelensky, or the President Zelensky, to USA. In that we have seen that there is some kind of tensions, or the strain is there. Okay, considering that US cut off all intelligence sharing with Ukraine, that has been said by the CIA chief. We will not go into details of that. This is some reference which you may mention in your answer writing, that we have seen in the past that USA has stopped sharing the intelligence as well. Now, RBI announces the steps to infuse liquidity worth rupees 1.87 lakh crore. Okay, earlier they have gone for the, you know, 87 lakh crore, that is basically, you can say, rupee dollar swap. Okay, why is that? Because dollar's value was increasing and rupee's value was declining. So what they have done is that they have actually taken the rupee into the banks and released the dollars in the market, and the market dollar has been released, and because of which what has happened is that the demand of the dollar has declined, and rupee, the idea was to strengthen the rupee. Okay, so that was there, that is through the rupee dollar swap. Then recently what they are saying is that they will be going for the 1 lakh crore open market operations, through which they will be purchasing the government security. RBI will purchase the government securities and they will release rupee in the market. Okay, so they will be purchasing the government securities, release rupees in the market. Okay, so that the liquidity can be there in the market. Okay, so that is the idea. So that has been done. So there are total 2 operations which has been performed by the RBI. Total liquidity infusion, that is 1.87 lakh crore. 87 lakh crore is in the form of the rupee dollar swap, and then this 1 lakh crore is in the 2 tranches, 50,000 crore one and the 50,000 crores second. In that they will be going for the open market operations, that is they will be purchasing the government securities and release the rupees in the market. Okay, so method used, one is the open market operations, purchase of government securities worth rupees 1 lakh crore in 2 tranches of 50,000 crore, 50,000 crores each. Then US dollars or Indian rupee buy sell swap agreement will be there, that is basically 10 billion US dollars, or you can say approximately 87,000 crore has been basically you can say taken by taken by the banks and taken by the RBI, and dollars were released in the market. Okay, so that is there which has been done by RBI recently. Why is that has been done? That is to increase the liquidity in the market. Okay, so that is there. Coming to the next part over here, for your own read, there is this article, Egyptian alternative to the Trump's Gaza riverine era. Okay, so when we talk about the Gaza, you know that there are various things which is happening, there are various plans which are coming, so this is one of such plans. So you can go through this. Until unless there is a concrete solution to this, we will not go into very much details of such plans, because they will not be asked until unless it is a concrete plan. Okay, so that is there. You can go through this particular you can say article. Now, for your practice, there is one question: which government body grants Navratna status to the CPSEs? So answer is basically Department of the Public Enterprises, option C, that is under the central government. Generally there will be option, that is central government, state government, Niti Aayog or the Ministry of Railways, like that. If they are being specific, they will be telling you about the Department of the Public Enterprises. If not, then central government can be your answer. Okay. Moving further, for today's practice, the question is the Ganges river dolphin or the Ganga river dolphin is classified as critically endangered, near certain, vulnerable or endangered, which we have already discussed. So you can attempt this question and answer to me in the comment box. With that, I would like to take your leave. I'll see you in the next session. Till then, have a nice day. Thank you and enjoy.
Last poem that we are left with from class number 6 जो आपकी book है, ठीक है, उस particular portion